Welcome to BuzzLeaps, your daily explainer.
While everyone fears a robot takeover, here's a wild statistic. AI has actually made the demand for human emotional intelligence skyrocket by 173%. Turns out algorithms are terrible at reading the room.
Are you ready to discover why your human quirks are your ultimate career armor? What you learn today will completely change how you see AI, the future, and BuzzLeaps.
Let's dive right in. Honestly, if I put on my forward-thinking executive hat for a second to advise on talent strategy, the macro data is just mind-blowing. We're looking at a massive split. On one side, we see incredibly sluggish hiring trends in traditional markets, down 20 to 35% in advanced economies. But then, you contrast that with the massive growth of AI-enabled roles. We're talking 1.3 million new global jobs in just the last couple of years. So the labor market isn't shrinking, it's just rotating. We're moving super aggressively toward roles that demand technical fluency, but with high-level human oversight.
To get why this massive rotation is happening, we really have to look at the monumental shift from traditional automation to AI workflow automation. Traditional automation, that was totally rigid. It was all about the routine execution of highly structured tasks with zero ambiguity. But AI workflow automation is a whole different ballgame. We're talking about adaptive, autonomous agents. These systems actually handle open-ended problem solving, they interpret context, and get this, they act with delegated authority. They aren't just software tools anymore, they're essentially digital coworkers that can manage entire processes end-to-end. It's completely changing how we design jobs.
Let me give you a really concrete example of how something like Gemini Spark agents automate complex, multi-step office workflows. Because these aren't just simple chatbots, they act as 24/7 personal assistants running in the background. Think about it like this. Step 1. The agent autonomously monitors a platform like ServiceNow for critical IT issues. When it spots a problem, boom. Step 2. It collaborates with another AI, like Google Anti-Gravity, to literally suggest code fixes. And then Step 3. It drafts a comprehensive incident report in Docs. All it's waiting for is your final human approval to hit send. That's wild!
Because AI handles all that heavy execution layer, we are seeing the rise of an entirely new category of work. You'll hear these called new-collar roles, and they beautifully integrate advanced technical fluency with uniquely human capabilities. Think about positions like AI integrators, data annotators, or forward-deployed engineers. These folks sit right in the sweet spot between complex tech and actual human business needs. I mean, sure, an AI can write the code and compile the data, but you still absolutely need a human being to integrate that into a cross-functional team and navigate all those tricky office dynamics.
And let me tell you, the market is heavily rewarding this exact combination. Professionals who pull this off are commanding a massive 56% wage premium. So we aren't just talking about basic job security anymore, this is about rapid career acceleration. People who treat AI as a teammate to enhance their own human capabilities are securing promotions up to 3.5 times faster than their peers. Advanced AI skills are becoming the absolute baseline requirement if you want access to the fastest-growing, highest-paying parts of the modern labor market.
So what exactly are these highly prized capabilities? Well, if we focus on specific human skills that remain extremely valuable despite AI advances, the employer demand is just staggering. Emotional intelligence is up by 173%. Creativity is up 168%, and problem solving has grown by 35%. As AI totally commoditizes routine, repetitive cognitive tasks, the value of the stuff it absolutely cannot automate skyrockets. Being able to build trust, read a room, or frame a completely novel problem, those are the skills that make you utterly irreplaceable.
Now, I know not everyone feels super confident about this rapid shift. And it is crucial that we address the specific concerns of university graduates who are entering an AI-driven job market. Right now, 59% of university-educated young professionals are feeling pretty anxious about how AI is going to impact their career plans. And honestly, it makes total sense. The entry-level job market is shrinking. Companies are using generative AI to automate the exact types of routine grunt work that recent grads used to rely on just to get their foot in the door. So yeah, the anxiety is very real.
But you know, this anxiety really points to a fundamental flaw in how we've been preparing people for the workforce. We have to compare traditional learning methods with this urgent need for lifelong digital literacy. Historically, education was all about traditional rote learning, heavy memorization, template-based assessments, that kind of thing. But in a world where AI can ace a standardized test in literal seconds, that model is completely obsolete. Today, we have to emphasize the importance of critical thinking over rote learning in modern education. The ultimate goal now is to mold highly adaptable problem solvers who can continuously learn right alongside intelligent machines.
So, to any students or young professionals tuning in, we need to completely reframe this narrative. Let's address those student fears head-on by framing AI as a powerful tool for career enhancement, not your replacement. Think of AI as your ultimate digital intern. It is perfectly happy to handle all that tedious grunt work, the initial data pulls, the rough first drafts, the basic scheduling. By offloading those repetitive tasks, you're actually freed up to focus on high-value strategic work way earlier in your career. You are the director, and AI is just your production crew.
And by taking that director's seat, it's easy to highlight exactly how critical thinking helps students navigate the changing graduate job market. You're transitioning from being a simple task executor into an indispensable strategic partner. Your job is no longer to just generate a first draft from scratch. Your role is to audit the AI's output, catch factual inconsistencies, contextualize that info for a specific client, and really apply your reasoned judgment. That human-in-the-loop oversight, that is exactly what employers are desperately searching for right now.
Okay, so how do we actually get there? Let's walk through some actionable steps so you can start upskilling immediately. First, dive into continuous learning platforms. Data shows employees using tools like LinkedIn Learning develop AI skills 3.4 times faster than everyone else. Second, embrace cross-functional teams to build up your adaptability. Third, start treating AI as a daily teammate so you can intimately understand its strengths and weaknesses. And finally, actively develop your emotional intelligence by practicing things like active listening and complex negotiation.
Which brings us to the most important question of the day. What uniquely human capability will you amplify with AI tomorrow? Because the future of work isn't humans versus machines. It's human-centric skills supercharged by artificial intelligence. So I challenge you to take charge of your own talent strategy. Lean into your creativity, your empathy, and your critical reasoning, and start your upskilling journey today. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you next time.